This week on The Rock,
we take a look on what to expect from Career Day.
We also receive information about safe driving in bad road conditions.
And we cheer with a lot of Anacortes pride.
All this on The Rock.
Three, two, 1, 0.
And I'm John Harrison. Welcome back to the last rock of first semester.
It's been quite a week with back-to-back finals, but we made it through, and tomorrow we have the opportunity to listen to key speakers that all have a career that they love.
It's a great opportunity for our students to learn about possible field of studies they want to go into.
I've heard that Career Day is beneficial, especially if you haven't decided what you want to do after graduation. Connor Powell gives us a sneak peek on what some of you will see tomorrow morning.
You are probably wondering, what is Career Day? Well, we have the answers for you today as we feature some locals who will explain all about their careers.
We're going to talk about tourism. So my segment in Career Day is going to be tourism in general. Our whale watching program is one tiny piece, one nugget of tourism in Washington State.
On Friday, my goal isn't to woo anybody with lots of technology and pictures and amazing stuff, but just to try to be available to give good information about what it takes to get into physical therapy.
They asked me to come in and talk about being in the food business. So what I want to share with the students is that there's so many opportunities in the food business. It's not just a restaurant, it can be catering, it can be salad dressings. There's so many avenues for creativity and directions that you can go. It really just depends on being able to explore and try everything.
So the tourism field affects many, many people that you might not even think about, from mechanics to people building websites to people in the food service business. The more people that are in a specific region, it definitely affects a lot of different jobs.
If you own your own restaurant, your life's not your own. And if you're dedicated to your restaurant, your life is not your own.
What would you recommend for high school students who want to be physical therapists?
To definitely take school seriously, do their best, have a good time, have a good balance in what they do. Certainly sciences are part of what you need to be studying, things like anatomy and physiology, chemistry, physics. All those are helpful and good core classes to help prepare you for college.
Every day is different. No day is the same. I've gotten to meet amazing people, Robert Gates, Secretary of Defense. You get to be at people's weddings, you get to be a part of people's lives. Every day you're a touchstone. People come here year after year, and I get to see their kids grow. Food touches people's lives. Everybody has to eat. And you can really be a part of people's lives if you do a good job and you have a passion for it.
Whatever job or career somebody goes into, you got to have a bit of a passion for it. Otherwise it's a job. Right. And how much fun is that? Yeah. Right?
Make sure you go to Career Day. It will be really insightful and fun. For The Rock at Anacortes High School, I'm Amelia Rury.
Wow, there's some pretty interesting people presenting. It's sure going to help me get up tomorrow morning and drive to school.
Speaking of driving, how have the roads been lately?
Out where I live, they've been pretty icy in the morning.
I'm glad you said that, since Aiden Rattel produced a segment focusing on driving safely in bad road conditions.
According to the Seattle Times, through the year, the number of fatalities due to car accidents has increased by 6%. However, in the state of Washington, we have brought it down by 6%. In the winter, the rates of said accidents go up, and many of these victims are unaware of how to prevent the accidents. To find out more about the topic, we asked our very own Officer Dotsar to see his point of view on car accidents during the winter. What type of weather causes the most accidents?
Well, probably some of the worst weather that causes accidents is probably heavy rain, early fall where there's rain and there's leaves on the ground, but also the time of year is right now, such as winter with our black ice or just ice over the roadways.
What is the most common mistake people make while driving?
Driving too fast. Really not giving enough space between the car in front of you. We want to continue to drive like it's summertime, And then once the weather changes and we have debris on the roadway, or it's wet or it's slick, we want to continue to drive at the pace that we were driving in the nice dry weather.
How can drivers be more prepared for the winter conditions?
Slowing down, paying attention, getting off our cell phones, and paying attention to our surroundings. Give yourself more time to stop, giving yourself more time between the car in front of you. That will help a lot.
It's good to get the word out about how to keep safe in dangerous road conditions. I wouldn't want to see anything bad happen to my friends on the road.
Many people love this town, and I am sure most of our viewers have a sense of pride about living in Anacortes. Will McCracken produced a segment on how the original Seahawks got their name.
Anacortes, home of the original Seahawks. But ever wonder where this name came from? Us here at The Rock decided to find out more. We contacted Brett Lunsford, director of the Anacortes Museum and Anacortes alumni himself, to find the origins of our beloved name.
One day, a fellow Anacortes alum came in. He was from the class of 1963, and he was convinced that Anacortes might be the earliest Seahawk sports team in the world.
But what is a Seahawk anyway? Zoologically speaking, it's a made-up bird, carrying another nickname the fish eagle because of its appetite for eating and catching fish, making it an ideal mascot for a town like Anacortes.
So, started looking in the files, started looking in the old rhododendron, and just kind of traced back. Okay, it's the Seahawks in the 60s, it's the Seahawks in the 50s, it's the Seahawks in the 40s. In 1926, they actually called the yearbook the Seahawk number, but prior to that, there wasn't any mention of the Seahawks. So I started looking in the Anacortes American for the year 1925 and earlier, and it was in the 1925 the students published their student newspaper in the actual Anacortes American. In the editorial, it says, "Have you ever thought that the Anacortes teams should have a name? The school has come up to the place where such a thing is necessary. There are the Bulldogs, Cougars, and Tigers, and it remains for the AHS to complete the list with a distinctive name of its own."
This name was brought to public attention when best-selling private novel The Seahawk, about a Cornish gentleman who was betrayed by his own brother and later escapes enslavement and becoming a sea pirate. This was then made into a silent film, and several months after this, Student Association went crazy.
They ultimately voted for the Seahawks, and it seemed to be an entirely student-run deal. They had coaches for the teams, but it was more something that students did for themselves. They had staff support, but there was a lot of student participation.
After weeding out all the other nicknames like Codfish, White Mules, Hillbillies, and the Rum Runners, Anacortes High School made the Seahawk the official mascot when the boys basketball team faced off against the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. And for the Rock at AHS, I'm Levi Johnson.
Okay, the spirit and pride in this town is outstanding.
And there's no better way to increase Anacortes' spirit than to have everyone involved in one event.
It's funny you mentioned that because the Lip Dub is in less than an hour and will definitely get our spirits up after finals week.
This next segment, produced by Cora Narana, goes over all the important details for the Lip Dub, so make sure you listen closely.
Hi, I'm Amelia Rory. I'm a producer of the 2018 Lip Dub.
I'm Courtney Ronan, and I'm directing the Lip Dub.
We're really excited about this video production, and we really can't wait until you guys can see it and participate in it.
And it's going to be a really good time, and here's a few instructions to make it fun and safe.
The all-school Lip Dub has been a tradition at AHS since 2010. It's a really fun way to bring the whole school together in a continuous video and share a school spirit.
That's right. Everyone in the host school will be seen in the video. If you participate in a school club, sport, or other group, pick one of those groups and find their location along the Lip Dub route.
There are signs and maps posted in the hallways to help you locate the groups. Many groups wear their club t-shirts or team uniforms to represent their group. Talk to your captain, club president, or advisor to coordinate your look.
If you don't belong to a club or sport, then go directly to Broniac where the Lip Dub will end. You'll be in the final shot.
It's important to the safety of everyone that you stay in your location during the entire Lip Dub filming time.
This is the last year that we'll be in this building, so we wanted to literally leave a mark on the school by painting logos of team sports and clubs on the walls.
You may have noticed these logos around the building that the art club is spray painted with stencils. Your group may want to pull off the stencil and reveal the logo as the camera passes by.
A lip dub is filmed in one continuous take. We have an hour to get the best take possible, so we'll probably use all the time available.
When the camera goes by, please be enthusiastic and excited, but remember to keep all of your actions school appropriate.
After the filming is done, please head back to your advisory room. After some quick editing, the lip dub crew will play a rough cut of the video back on YouTube for you to see. A final version will be published a few days later.
Remember to have fun, be safe, and be a part of Anacortes High School's history.
Wraps up today's show.
Congratulations on completing the first semester. We hope you all had a great time. We hope you all have a great time participating in the lip dub.
With that, I'm John Harrison.
And I'm Abby Davis. And from our rock to yours, have a fun
have a fun lip dub, AHS.